Oh man, I love Jersey chicks. I love Long Island chicks. I love Philly chicks, Boston chicks.
Philly chicks are but don't you feel like, as opposed to all the accents in the world, right?
I love the whole Rust Belt. I love the women from Baltimore all the way out to Detroit.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh? Yenza wants a blowjob.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Detroit one time, and we were hanging out, and there was some, women after the show or whatever, and I somehow, this is like the late 90s or whatever, I brought up Claude Lemieux, and this woman was there, beautiful chick. She's like, that pussy, it came time to answer the bell, and he just turtled. And I was like, oh my God, I love this chick.
Because
they had that great rivalry with the Avalanche back then, which is some of the, I kind of feel like that was the end of an era in hockey of like goal scorers and brawls. I mean, it was kind of the clutch and grab era, so there was some bad shit going on, but like just back when it was still like, just a badass sport.
All right, so
the second the playoffs start, there's like no fights.
So wait, let's go back to accents. Because I just said to Leanne, I was watching Pulp Fiction, and I go, I couldn't fucking date a French accent. Those fucking people, French girls sound like idiots. They're like, oh, do you want blueberries on your pancakes? How did they put blueberries?
Hey, that's what makes the world go round. I love the French.
Anybody
Mediterranean, I'm cool with.
I'm watching The Crown. I could definitely fuck with a British accent.
I mean, accents are cool, I think. I get into all of that shit. I like the coldness of people the further north you go. I don't know if it's the weather.
South African accent, sexy.
South Africa. I never met a woman with one.
Hey, all I can say is Oscar Pistorius committed premeditated murder.
That's the only guy I think of when I think of South Africa. It used to be Nelson Mandela. Now it's that dude with the missing the legs who shot his girlfriend through the fucking bathroom door because he thought it was an intruder. Or was he in there taking a shit?
No, he said that he heard someone in there and just shot through the door, not checking for his chick. There's a documentary on ESPN about it. I just started watching it. I didn't know he was born without his legs.
Does that make you feel less bad for him? Because don't know what you got till it's gone.
No, I definitely...
You never had legs. Do you miss them?
No. The question is, born without his legs, is he more guilty than someone who lost their legs? Like, do you go, born without his legs, then that's... I wonder then, is that something that always fucked with his head? You said something off to him and he was like, I got no fucking legs. And he's quick to pull the gun,
He gets all jealous.
Yeah,
like looking at him. How you like him because he's got legs?
Oh, you're looking at his legs, aren't you?
When I have the pants on and the shoes, you can't tell that I don't have legs.
You can't tell that he didn't have legs. He looked like he had legs, and he was so competitive in sports.
He's faster than any of us with no legs.
It's not fair because of those blade things.
Yeah, the Schick.
And the fact that he had
Gillette. Who made those? Is it Schick or Gillette?
His competitor. The dude that he had to run against made them.
No, I'm saying who makes those blades?
No, that's my point. His competitor. So he's running in the Paralympics, and they go to the guy who has the gold medal, right? The guy who has the gold medal I don't know, I can't say he's smart, but whatever. He created that blade leg to run on. He had the gold medal, and the reason he had the gold medal, he created the gold leg. So then finally they go, hey, there's this young kid from South Africa who's really fast. He'd love to get a pair of those those legs you make. And he goes, yeah, I don't know if I want to give them to the guy I'm running against. And they're like, well, yeah, but it's competition, give him the same leg you have. And he's like, fuck. So he gives him 2 legs. And because he's got 2 legs, and that guy's got a regular leg, right? Like a real leg, and then a blade. Apparently, the 2 blades give you fucking crazy bounce.
Well, there's less drag.
All of it.
Yeah, if you got like cankles and shit, you're gonna be slow as hell. That wind.
By the way, I'm certain I'm gonna be picked apart for everything I just said because
who gives a shit? Everybody gets picked apart for everything. Hey, what do you think? Is there anybody who's in the Paralympics that you could beat in an event?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Dude, they got like a kid out there, no arms, no legs. You can't beat him. wrestling.
No. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you right now, I have a hard time trying to keep my kid. When my kid wants to flip over and I'm trying to change his diaper, if he wants to flip over, he's going. I can't imagine an adult. You're trying to pin him and all of a sudden he's just fucking, he's got all that torque. And you know his abs are just like, I mean, that's his whole fucking how he gets around, like a fucking inchworm or something, right?
Yeah, and I fought a child one time, and I remember not going 100% because he was a kid. And even though I knew I had to fight him, I was like, I didn't give it 100%. And I bet there's part of that with a guy with no arms, no legs. You're like, I can't go 100. Like, I bet if there was like a simulation where you could see arms and legs on him, and then you didn't know that he didn't have arms and legs, then you could beat him. But I think without the arms and legs, I bet there's a part of you instinctually that goes, I can't go 100%, you know?
No, I would think that after he beat a couple of guys and you saw the shit that they got.
Like you're in line and he's just tapping out fucking.
No, because what it is not other wrestlers, people who watch wrestling. It's just like people who watch like football. I can't believe that guy missed a field goal. It's like, dude, you can't even touch your toes. Shut the fuck up, right? So you know that there's going to be people, wrestling fans that, you lost to a guy with no arms and no legs. I mean, how did he even pin you down? You know they're getting shit. So I would think after this kid, we should get him on. Get him on the podcast.
I'd love to.
Like, what is it that you're doing? Because I remember one time I saw Conor McGregor when he was fighting that cowboy dude, and he had tied him up, and just because his arms were tied up, he couldn't use that. He started slamming his collarbone into the bridge of the guy's friggin' nose. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this guy is the closest thing to the Terminator. Who would ever have thought I can use this as a weapon? I would love to ask him, have you ever thought of doing that? Or was that one of, well, these don't work. I'm in too close to kick. I'll just do talk about improv skills. Fuck. Anybody can go on stage and, joke around and stuff. But when you're going to get your fucking ass kicked and you can still kind of stay in the moment, when you're outside your act of jabs and crescent kicks.
What do you think about that kid, Logan Paul, taunting all these professional? It's kind of crazy that a kid from YouTube is one of the biggest boxers in the world right now.
Yeah, that's how the game's played now. And he's smart because he's just basically like, listen, dude, if you ask the average person, especially in a pandemic, would you let Mike Tyson punch you once for 7 figures? I think you get a bunch of yeses.
You got one here.
Oh, I wouldn't. There's no fucking way.
Definitely let him knock me
fucking out. No way. What, so I can drool in a gold cup for the rest of my life?
This kid can fucking
There is no fucking way.
This kid can really box, and he's going after. Here's the thing: is that like,
all right, I got one. How much money?
Okay,
he's gonna do his classic boom, and then wham. When he would go to the body, and then the fucking uppercut. And when he threw that uppercut, it was just like he just went right past your head, went right into Diane Canning's lap back in the day.
Guaranteed CTE.
Guaranteed. You might have a ringing in your fucking ears that never goes away.
Never goes away.
Your jaw might click for the rest of your life. Every time you're eating cornflakes, I got $1 million.
PTSD. Anytime I see a thick-bodied black man, I'm just like, moo.
Then you get branded a racist. I mean, your whole life could unravel. Then you got to spend it all on legal fees.
My sister, real quick, my sisters are cleaning my closet right now. They're douching my closet, and I have an old Florida State sweatshirt before they changed the Chief Osceola's face, right? They changed his face to make it maybe, I guess, not so
respectable.
Yeah. And I go, hey, don't get rid of that sweatshirt. That's an old school Florida State sweatshirt. And they're like, it's racist. And I went, no, but it's like when I went there, that's what the emblem. I don't really identify with the emblem that they have now because that's not what I wore. And they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of it. And I was like, you can't get rid of it. That's the one I wore. Like that's my sweatshirt from when I was at college. And they're like, yeah, it's racist. And I go, you can't tell me that my sweatshirt from college is like, and they're like, we definitely can. And they just fucking threw it out.
What, you allowed it?
Nope. I sent my daughter around to go get it.
Okay, good for you.
I go get it. And I was like,
That's kind of funny though, that what it means to you. That's like the Confederate flag. Like that doesn't mean to us, you know. So I don't know. It's just
but they
kinda
never
funny.
changed it.
Why
They never
you
changed
would tell
that. They never changed that at the behest of the Seminole tribe. The Seminole tribe.
What, Bert?
Yeah, right. The Seminole tribe has always been very cool with Florida State. They just changed it. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I still got the sweatshirt. How much to do a double punch for Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
All right.
Ambulance there, doctor on call. You can't cover up.
20 million.
There's no bobbing and weaving.
20 million. 20 million.
20 million.
10 million. I'll go through it too fast. 20 million, and my kids will get some of that.
Well, you live in California. Cali's going to take like 12 of it. So
I'm only going to see like 2.5 million out of 10.
Yeah. So exactly. People think we're joking. It's not. It's like there's a reason people are leaving, and there's a reason why they're going to try to have some sort of what do they call it? Some sort of tax if you leave. Like you sold a house and made a profit, whatever that tax is called. They're holding us hostage here. What's it?
That fucking sucks.
Capital gains tax if you leave California.
I'll tell Rogan I'll just move into his old house. Don't sell it. Give him money.
I'm just going to stay. Dude, I'm going to stay until this place either burns down or goes into the fucking ocean.
Like
you just stay, dude. You know, the amount of money I put in my fucking house, if I just stay, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm
pocket. When you leave, then you're just like, fuck, but you have to see inside the walls, man. It's all copper pipe. It's got to count for something.
Can you imagine making
Nobody cares.
Friends?
Huh?
Can you imagine going to Austin and making new friends?
No. I can imagine going somewhere else. I don't get the vibe. I mean, you know, I've been to all the fucking cities, not all, but most of them at this point. And there's certain places where I go, I'm like, you know, I could fucking live here. Like Milwaukee. I could live there.
Ooh, Madison, Wisconsin. I could live in fucking Wisconsin easy.
Milwaukee, I like. Pittsburgh, I like. I like Philly. I like
Philly.
New York, Boston. Don't like DC. DC's just weird. I just feel like everybody feels like uptight there, like because they're all in politics and nobody can say anything. Then there's a bunch of places in the South I like. I love Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee. I love Tennessee.
Oh, I love
Tennessee's great, but not like Nashville where everybody's moving and just like I don't want to sit. I don't want to live in. If I leave here, okay, I have to go to a place that is not populated. Like densely populated. I want to be able to drive my old Ford down the street, arm hanging out the window, maybe got a stick going. That's what I like. I would, because other than that, what the fuck am I doing? If I'm going to leave here for leave the traffic of here and move to like fucking Atlanta, terrible traffic.
Worse.
Austin has brutal traffic. Brutal fucking traffic.
I don't think I've ever driven in Austin.
I'm just stuck in the car service when I would play Cap City or wherever I was playing, going from the airport to downtown. They still have like their regular highways. Like every douche with a fucking man bun hasn't moved there over the last fucking 20 years. And it's crazy, crazy traffic. Houston was the shit though. I was surprised. I really loved Houston.
Yeah,
last time I was there.
I really do enjoy Texas.